Almost every day, my dog and I walk through the park near our house. While she sniffs around, kids play baseball, teens roll around the skate park, and families push their kids on swing sets. There's often people tending to their plots in the community garden nearby. Parks and recreational spaces like these are important. They're gathering places and sources of pride for our communities. In Jefferson County, a group of high school volunteers recently decided to take on a revamp of a local outdoor basketball court. We visit Fargeville and learn about what this project means for these students on today's Story of the Day.
Support for Story of the Day comes from Pearsall Wealth Management at UBS Wealth Management USA, subsidiary UBS AG, member FINRA SIPC, 1 Broad Street, Glens Falls.
Hi, I'm Kara Chapman. It's Thursday, October 16th. Up first, nearly 3 million New Yorkers are currently enrolled in SNAP, the federal food assistance program. On average, households receive about $90 per week to help pay for groceries. But because of federal policy changes, many families could lose their SNAP benefits as soon as November. That's several months earlier than expected. Amy Feiereisel has more.
Big changes to SNAP were included in President Donald Trump's so-called One Big Beautiful Bill Act, including expanded work requirements. They require recipients to continually prove they've worked, volunteered, or attended school for at least 20 hours per week. And if they don't, they can only receive food assistance for 1 month each year. Those changes were expected to hit New York next March, but a recent federal order will force the state to start enforcing work requirements in just a few weeks at the beginning of November. As New York Focus reports, this will likely cut off several hundreds of thousands of New Yorkers from benefits. Republicans say work requirements will eliminate, quote, waste, fraud, and abuse of SNAP, one of the country's oldest safety net programs. Critics say it will unfairly penalize people who are ill, caregiving for family members, or retired. They also say that eligible recipients will also lose benefits due to paperwork and red tape. New York counties told New York Focus that they're worried about having enough staffing to process and verify the work requirement. Social services departments from across the state report they are already understaffed, but will need to double their workforce to deal with the additional processing, which counties will have to pay for. Amy Feiereisel, North Country Public Radio.
New York Senator Chuck Schumer highlighted North Country healthcare costs on the Senate floor yesterday. He was advocating for lawmakers to extend the Affordable Care Act tax credits. They help over 20 million middle and lower income Americans who don't get insurance through an employer. Those tax credits are set to expire at the end of this year. Schumer said, if they do, a couple living in Plattsburgh who uses the New York Healthcare Exchange could see the cost of their plan increase by $1,400 a month.
For the average family or small business owner or farmer in upstate rural New York, an extra $1,400 a month on health care is financial ruin.
Extending the tax credits has become Democrats' demand for reopening the government, which has been shut down since October 1st. They say lawmakers must act now because open enrollment starts November 1st. Republicans say they won't negotiate on the tax credits, and many argue the subsidies were meant to be temporary and should expire. Schumer said everyday people will suffer if they do.
The American people expect Congress to fix this health care crisis because otherwise people will go bankrupt, people will get sick, people will lose insurance, people will fail to get the care they need, and more people will needlessly die.
Top Republican leaders have accused Schumer of forcing the government shutdown because he's afraid of the far-left voters in his party. There are countless outdoor parks and recreational spaces across the North Country. Many of them are worn down, forgotten, or just not taken care of. But in a small village in Jefferson County, a group of high schoolers are determined to revitalize a local basketball court. Our news intern, Richard Haller, has this story.
It's a brisk and glistening autumn evening at the Fargeville Central School.
Stir stick, it's monstrous, but maybe once you shake it, we won't need the stir stick with that.
A group of high schoolers are painting and staining wooden flower beds and benches.
Just a shake well, basically.
They're using black and red to match their school colors. The students are here because they are members of their school's Youth Voice Leadership Committee, a program that aims to give students a say and helps them get involved in making a difference in their community.
We've done workshops and stuff to learn how to present to other people and pitch our ideas. It's just been a lot of new things. It's kind of cool.
That's Ella Honeyman. She and other students decided that the basketball court was something they'd like to improve. Margie Barton says fixing the court felt like a simple project to start with.
We wanted to add something to our community. We don't really have much around here to do.
The court has been long neglected and is in disrepair. Its paint is nearly disintegrated. Some hoops don't have nets, and weeds are growing between the cracks and the concrete. Sam Duffy says the dirt and grime from the court makes it hard to play.
So I played there for like 30 minutes before a soccer practice one time. I had like a light blue ball that turned gray by the end of my playing, and my hands were pitch black.
So they got together regularly after school to fix it up. The students installed new drainage pipes and gravel over a path to the court that was previously swampy.
We took down some vines and worked around the court to get ready for construction. We weed-eated around with rakes, and then Sam and Alex cut down a big vine that was over there on the fence.
Duffy and a friend kneel over and screw in new motion-detected solar lights.
Walking from that parking lot to the school was an issue in the winter and in early mornings because it was dark. So along the path, with already put left turns, we're putting solar lights on each left turn.
So when they walk up that path, the lights will come on. And the Youth Commission and the Town Highway agreed to put in electric lights right up at the building, so they're going to be huge lights. So when the kids walk up there, it'll be lit up for them now.
That's Donna Coleman, the community schools coordinator for Cornell Cooperative Extension. She created the Youth Voice Leadership Committee and supports the students with their projects. Coleman worked with Janet Lobach, a professor and researcher at Cornell, who has been developing her own program that helps youth revitalize outdoor spaces. The Fargeville group was Lobach's first project. She hopes to replicate its success in communities across the state.
The workshop can help them to begin sort of identifying what are some concerns, what are some issues, what are some wants.
Lobach says we rarely provide spaces for kids 12 and older. She says they are vital for younger teens because they are often locked into their communities.
They don't tend to just think of themselves. They really do think at a community level. So, for example, with this basketball court they identified that like tennis and pickleball are really popular in their community, not necessarily with young people, but with others. And so they integrated those in their plans.
The court is also more than just an outdoor space. Basketball has become a symbol of pride for Fargeville. Their girls' varsity team won a state championship this year.
Yeah, they won a state championship.
Oh, wow.
She's on the team.
Duffy and Barton couldn't believe I didn't know.
You guys never mentioned that?
No.
Yeah, we won the
So it's a nice thing to put for our community as well, because we just won states. So
it's also going to be the 100th anniversary of the school. The students say they plan on hosting a party at the court once it gets resurfaced. Duffy says he's hoping the new court will bring more people out to play.
People don't have a big driveway for a basketball court, having a big basketball court.
yeah, like their gym's never like always open, so it's nice to have somewhere like that's not locked or anything that you can always go to and practice.
Student Alex Moore says the experience of giving back to the community has been worth it.
So that way the community looks like a more inviting place for people to hang out and enjoy just sports and stuff in general that they might play.
It's getting dark and lots of work has been done. The benches have a shiny coat of red with concrete blocks stained black. Solar lights now illuminate the path to the court. It's already beginning to look like a more inviting place. For North Country Public Radio, I'm Richard Haller in Fargeville.
Great story there from our news intern, Richard Haller. And it's one that you probably wouldn't have heard about if Richard hadn't taken the time to go out to Fargeville and talk to these students and adults about why they're doing this, why it's so important. These unique stories are a cornerstone of public media, of what we do here at NCPR, bringing you voices that you might not have heard otherwise. And that work is worth supporting, and you can do that right now during our fall fundraiser. Do your part to help us keep bringing these stories on the radio, to your live stream, however you listen. Donate now at ncpr.org/give, and thanks. We have more news all the time on our website, ncpr.org. Music today by Eddie Lawrence of Saranac Lake and Martha Gallagher of Keene. I'm Kara Chapman, North Country Public Radio.